What's up, people, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to choose the perfect journal for you. Okay. And I took some advice from one of my subscribers. Oh my god, this sounds so weird to say one of my subscribers, like I got so many, but it doesn't matter. One of my subscribers, and they were like, if you're nervous about speaking in front of us, just write it down and everything like that. So I did. I wrote it down. I usually write it down, but I don't try to have it in front of me. So I have this in front of me just to not miss anything that I want to say. I really don't want to ramble. I feel like I start rambling, and y'all might like that. But other people might not. So let's just get let's just get into it, okay? Um so this is basically how I go about choosing a journal for myself, and hopefully these things can help you to choose a journal or start your journaling journey, and everything like that. And I would say, I'm gonna give y'all a little background. I would say I have been journaling for a while. I've been journaling since a youth, a very, hey, dear diary. I want to be like Moesha, dear diary. This happened to me, and da 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 da, or blah 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 blah. I like candy. I don't know what I was writing back in the day, but my tastes have definitely changed. I think I was given a lot of journals from people to write with and to use and everything like that, and I have a few. I don't think I have them with me, but I remember just writing in like these composition books. I have a composition book sitting right here with me, right? So I like write in these like big composition notebooks, just random stuff. College Ruled, always loved College Ruled over Wide Ruled, but you know, and I had some other ones. I put them on the shelf in the back. Maybe I'll show y'all another time because I'm not that good at editing, and I don't have time for editing, walking to go get it, and then walking to come back. I mean, I do have time, but I don't want to. All right, anyways. So, number one for me when I am looking at a journal that I want to get into and I want to try out is the look. Okay? So, let's look at this one. Let's just do these two for comparison. Look at this. Ooh, that blur. Look at this. And look at something like this. You see look at this? The look is totally different, right? This is definitely smaller than this one. This is way smaller, way more compact. These are bright white pages in this one, and these are a ivory cream paper. Now, no, this isn't fountain pen friendly. It's not fountain pen friendly, which really, it kind of upsets me a little bit because I love Moleskine so much. I just love the form factor of it. I love how it's not really a true A5, just the size of it, and I love the feel of them. Even when you get the faux leather, I don't really like hardbacks, but even when you get the even when you get the faux leather and stuff like that, it still feels really great in the hand, and it's just like a premium option that you can get at any store you really go to. They have them at Walmart, they have them at Target, they have them anywhere truly. So it's just all about where you get it from. And you just want it to be something you gravitate towards and something that you want to pick up and something that encourages you to journal and write down your thoughts. And even if you're not journaling about anything about you, like there's sometimes I will go into my journal and I'll just write about something that I don't know why I like it, but I really like it. Like I'm like, oh, I really like, I don't know, this light. This is a book light. This is a reading light. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I really like this reading light. I don't know why, but every time I just want to pick up this reading light and I want to use it. And I have an e-reader, but I want to get some physical books so I can use this light. Like, I don't know. So I would just go into my journal and write some random stuff like that. So the look of your journal is just very important for, like, do you like this clasp on it? Do you like the ones that wrap around, those wrap around very old school type journals? I remember when I was watching Vampire Diaries, and I don't know what Stefan was doing, but he was running away from somebody and he was about to burn everything in his car. But he picked up that journal and he was about to burn it, and then he took it and he put it in his suitcase. And it was a wraparound, just very elegant journal like that. And also in his room, it was just stacks and stacks and stacks of just journals of his life, I guess, of being alive and writing about the troubles and things that he was going through. So I really like the way a journal looks to you will encourage you to pick it up and encourage you to grab it and use it. Okay. So that's the look. And also nothing actually. Okay, anyways, number two. the size. Okay, so in here, I use an A5 majority of the time. This is a Moleskine A5, a true A5. Um, I think it's this. A true A5 might be this. I do have a Lexterm, whatever. It's a little bit longer, like as you can see. So it's like true A5, and then I think the Lexterm is longer too. So it's really just longer or longer, wider. It's really just wider is a true A5 as opposed to the Moleskine A5. Okay. So I like that one. Also like the field note size or even the passport size. I like something that I can just have in my pocket, something to carry on me in case you're not always wanting to carry around this big old thing, but you also don't want to lose things that you're thinking about. So a field notes size is really nice to, ooh, shoot, put my face. A field note size is really good to just grab, put in your pocket, and do everything like that. So size really matters to what you want to do. Okay, so A5, Moleskine A5 really is what I prefer. Field note size, which is just a pocket size. Moleskine's field note size are the same size. And also, so I don't want to forget it, is my A7 size. I've really been liking that as of late, just for like little quick notes, really list and stuff like that. So A7 size, and it's just so cute. It's just so cute. It's just something like I can pick up and run with. It's way smaller than, here's it with the passport. It's way smaller, and then it's way smaller than this field notes. And it comes in cream, and it's from this brand, this Life brand. I know Midori has some, and some other people like that have some, but I've really just been loving the A7 size. It's so cute, and I just keep it on me. I have it lined. This is the only way I can see the lines because of the light. So I have it in with the lined paper, and it's a cream, and it's just I really love it. So the size, whatever size that you like, also will how you gonna pick it up, right? Because let's just say all you have is your A5 size. You're going out somewhere and you need something in your pocket, you're not gonna want to carry this. You're not gonna want to carry this, which you might be losing thoughts or notes, or you might have some downtime and you end up doom scrolling instead of writing in your journal because you didn't want to carry this bigger one. So that's why I really just love a little pocket size or a smaller size for when I want to do that. So just think about, if you're gonna start, you can have just one, but I would recommend you get a smaller size and a bigger size for when you're on the go, when you're at home, or when you're carrying a bigger bag with you and you have more storage. You can carry a bigger one. You can carry both with you. Inside of the Moleskine, they have like um this back pocket thing right here, and so you can just slip it in there. You just slip it into this back pocket here, and then carry everything with you like this. um so I think that's really nice. Also, so, my travelers my travelers company my travelers company one where you can add in different inserts for the type of lifestyle you want, and it's taller, but it's not as long as the I'm trying to hold it up. It's taller, but it's not as long on the sides as this Moleskine. So it's taller, but as long, and you can add different types of inserts in here. And if you just want to experiment with this without buying the leather, because I know the leather can be a bit pricier, you can just buy an insert and see how you like it. So that's, I really like that form factor. I think it's pretty cool. And this looks like whimsical. This look like, what is this? This isn't a real shape. It's like, what are you writing in that? That looks, I don't know. Something about looking at this makes me just be like, ooh, who are you? What are you doing? Okay. The paper layout. Now, since the light and everything won't show you all the different layouts, you have grid, you have lined, you have square, um, oh, grid is square grid, my bad. So you have grid, you have line, you have dot grid, uh you have some other one. I think there's like a cross grid one. Oh, you have blank. You might have some other ones, but those are the ones at the top of my head that you have. I prefer lined. A lot of people on here prefer blank or grid or dot grid. Dot grid for like bullet journaling and stuff like that. Grid for you know, you want to do the boxes, you still want to have structure and stuff like that. So a lot of people choose what they like based off of those different parameters. For me, I like lines, I like structure. I need that structure to be able to write in a straight line. I don't want because my writing, if I don't have lines, will just go true side. Like I'm curving off the side. Some people have the talent to not do that. And even on my blank pages, like my traveler's company, these inserts are blank. They're blank. There's nothing on there. So I have these from Galen Leather. When I purchased some Tomo River inserts from my travel company, they came with these. And I copied out a few. And now this is two different lines. So this is a 7mm line on one side, and then this is a 10mm line on the other side. I don't like wide ruled, as we've already went over. I prefer college ruled, so the 7mm is really good for me. And I made a few copies of this item because I wish they would just sell it on its own. Like, what if I just want like a little pencil board? You know, so I keep these on me. If I do grid, which I do use grid, I use it in my field notes when I do use the grid, and that's just for my tracking and everything like that. So I do enjoy grid, but I prefer lined paper. And if I do blank paper, I need a pencil board or something behind it to, you know, get my writing going. But also that can be very tedious if you're just getting into journaling and stuff like that. You might not want to have to put in you know, a piece of paper just so you can write on line paper, or just so you can do grid or whatever like that. So if you want to go blank, you can, because they have inserts for all of that. But like I said, that can be a little bit tedious when you just want to open up your journal and start writing. So for me personally, I do lined. I like college ruled lined. Okay. Paper type. Paper type. I like cream paper. I like cream paper. I like ivory paper. I will do bright white paper because I have some. I will use the bright white paper. I like a natural color of paper, but I don't like that bleached bright white paper. That's just not for me. I think my fountain pen inks look better on the creamer paper because it's just like, ooh, medieval, old school. Just, oh my gosh, when did you write this? 1700s. Love that. Love that feeling. Love the way it looks. It's easier on the eyes. But I will say I do use bright paper sometimes when I want to get awake. So my morning pages are with a brighter paper, which is natural. It's like a natural. So this is not ivory or anything. It's not a cream. Like I think, see, this is like a cream. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I hope y'all can really see the difference. I don't know if you can. Okay, maybe from this angle you can see the difference. Oh shit. Here. Look. Ugh! Okay, whatever. Look, you can see. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh god. You know what? I can't get it. Okay, sorta. Okay. Sorta, kinda. Okay. So you see how this is like a brighter white and this is a cream. You see how that is? It's different. So I don't like the super bright white, but I will do a natural white. It helps like wake me up. If you're doing morning pages, you're doing it like after you wake up. You're not touching any other technology and anything like that. The light might be in your face, and that just helps. The brighter paper just helps me wake up. Cream paper is more, to me, more romantic, and I'm sitting down and I'm writing in my journal, and I might have a cup of coffee or something and just jazz playing in the background. That's what cream paper gives to me. And I just want to use cream paper all the time because of the romance that I feel with the cream paper. Plus my fountain pens is a perfect combination. I love that. Okay. And also you want it to be fountain pen friendly, right? If you use fountain pens like me. Moleskine does not come in fountain pen friendly, but I have some loyalty to Moleskine that I just cannot shake. I love Moleskine, and not all of their journals are not fountain pen friendly, but majority of them are not friendly to fountain pens, and they feather and they bleed through, and it's just not fun, especially when fountain pen inks come in so many different colors that you cannot get as a gel pen or a ballpoint pen or any of that. And I just love the different colors that you can get and use, and they show up prominently. Like there's some, you know, you have a gel pen of like a pink or something of that nature, blush or something, a very light color, and it doesn't show up on the paper as well as if you have a fountain pen ink. And I just love the way I have so many different options for fountain pen inks that I can choose from, even fountain pens, different colors, different. Let's not go down on that, okay? That'll be in my fountain pen video, okay? But I just really love that, okay, about them. So cream, fountain pen friendly, if you like that. If you're just using gel and all that stuff like that, some papers can handle it. I would say if you're using like gel pens and it's like a thick writer and it's very wet when you put it down, on the paper, I would say get something that is a 80 80 to 100 GSM size to not bleed through. And if you really don't like ghosting, I think Lexcharm has one that's like 120 GSM, and there's like no ghosting, no bleed through, and everything like that. I don't mind the ghosting. I do mind the bleed through just a little bit if it's only a little bit, but I don't mind the ghosting at all. I kind of find it a little bit romantic to see the lines of my paper on the other side, but other people find that to be very annoying. So get what works for you. All right. Number 5, page count. Page count. Some people love so many pages. Let me get my thing. I'm gonna open up one of my little, okay. And this just has some different notebooks in there. And I have it in this little thing to hold it in, and I just seal it up. So I'm just, ooh, don't mind me. So it's my lecture term I was talking about. Some people love these expanded version moleskins with 400 pages. I have one to see what the hype is about, and I'm so intimidated by this that I haven't used it yet. I'm so intimidated. I want to use it. It's lined, but I haven't because it's 400 pages, and staying in something so long to me is just whoa. Because I just did a video about how much I loved my blue setup, and now I'm looking at that red notebook, and I haven't even finished this yet. But I'm looking at my red notebook like, oh, I want to get a pink you because you was cute, girl. You was real cute. And then it comes a back and forth thing. And I have promised myself that I would finish this notebook before I move to the red one. So keep me accountable. Now, this has 400 pages. I really want to get into it. I really want to try it out, especially with my like interactive journaling or maybe something different. I want to, go in here and try it out with, and just see if I can stay committed to something this large. This can even be for some people a 5-year journal without buying the 5-year journal. This is really nice. And there's some people who like breeze through this. Somebody was like, oh yeah, I finished mine in 4 months. 4 months? 4 months? God! You were really good. But yeah, some people, want this, and this is like 400 pages. These lectures, they're way thinner. They're way thinner. Look at that. Look at that. They're way thinner. They're way thinner because they don't have as many pages. Let's just look at the moleskins. The regular moleskin, way thinner. It's like 2 of these and this. And even the like the paperback, the cashier's moleskins, way thinner. But they're like, if you look at this one, this, then this, and then this one. So these are the ones that I would use up all the time. They're quick. They're fast. I don't remember how many pages. Let me look. Look at 96 pages in these things, right? And they are quick, they're fast, and I just feel like I don't have to be too precious with this. I don't feel like I have to be too precious with this, but I do want to be kinder to it, right? So you might, think about the page count. Think about how many pages that you want to get into. Think about how quickly your attention span is for that item, right? So I have this deep green, this forest green, and it's beautiful. And, I might want to journal in this pretty soon. I have this like mint green, that's pretty, and I might want to move on to that. Like for me, I'm always changing. That's why I have so many journals, is because I'm always, oh, I like this, but now I like this, but now I like this. And that's why the Travelers Company really worked for me, because that's why I have so many covers as well, is because I could just switch out the cover, because I still want what's the inside. Like the inside of this moleskin is the same as the inside of this moleskin. So that's why I really like this, is because I don't have to change, stop using the paper that I'm using. I could just change the cover. And so that's why I really like a traveler's type of notebook, and having a few of them. I have way more than a few, but having a few of them, because you can just change it out when you get bored of it. But with these, it's a bit more permanent. I'm not like permanent like you have to. Like if I want to move from this into this, I can. But the pages aren't going to come with me. The unfinished pages that are in this, I can't just put in here and be like, oh, well, I'm just starting with a new cover. No, you have to completely go over that. So you might want to think about the page count that you're working with. Like Field Notes, they have a page count that is 48. And then you have the baby moleskins, and their page count was like 60 or something like that. I did a video comparison on the smaller, the two small versions of the field notes and the moleskin and what makes them different. And the page count was a big thing that I was watching YouTube videos and seeing people talk about, is that the page count is different, and that's why people choose one over the other. So you just have to think about that. Also with things like moleskin and things like Electrum. I don't know if Electrum really does it. Moleskin has more of, like, they do collaborations and everything like that. So I have this moleskin, and this moleskin is a classic extra collection soft cover, double layout. So on one side it's blank, and on the other side it has lined paper, and I have it in the soft cover. They still make these in the hardcover, but there's not a lot I've seen in the soft cover, and I had to get this from eBay. So, maybe you can see that. See, it's blank on this side and then lined paper on this side. So blank and lined paper. You know, you might like something of that nature. So you can do artsy stuff on one side, and then you can journal on the other side about the artsy stuff that you put on the other side. So just think about, you know, the page count and how many pages that you're using and what type of pages are in it. Are the pages thick? The pages thin? Can the pages hold up to whatever you're going to throw on it? I think you should think about those things. So the 5 things are, if we're going to go over them, do a little quick wrap up, okay? The look of it, how it looks to you. Does it feel good? Do you want to hold it? Do you want to journal in that journal? Does it make you be like, when you look at it, you're like, oh, I want to be off my phone, not distracted, journaling. The look of it is very, very, very important. Because if it doesn't look appealing to you, you're not going to want to pick it up. Okay? The size. What size is going to get you to journal more? If all you want is a small A7 size, and that is your journal, and that's what you journal even your thoughts and your feelings in, or the field notes is your size, that's your size. Think about the size that's going to more fit with your life and your lifestyle and how you're going to be going about and doing things. If you're always on the go and you don't really have time to sit down, and you don't carry a bag on you all the time and stuff like that, a bigger size might not be the one for you, especially not the 400 page count. Especially not that one. But I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. You get what you want. Because look at this big old size. You know, that's 400 pages. And sometimes you might not have time to be carrying this around. And there's people who don't have time to journal at the house. They might have to, the only time that they have to journal is on the go. So you have to think about the size that'll best suit your lifestyle when it comes to that. Number 3, the paper layout. If you like grid, if you like line paper, if you like square, if you like dots, if you like all this stuff like that, then you need to think about, you know, what type of layout that you want. I know I like lined layout. So I could see a really, really, really nice journal. This could look really cute. This would be the only book in there. And then if it says blank or if it says grid. That's not my style, and I probably won't use it if the inside is not something I want to write with, or if the lines are too thick. For me, I don't like that. So even if the outside looks beautiful and I get to the inside and it's this thick lined paper, I'm not going to want to write with it. That might not be the case for you. You might like thick lined paper. So you have to think about that also when you are going and choosing your journal. So, paper layout, okay? Paper type. Is it fountain pen friendly? If you're using fountain pens or heavy gel pens and things like that, you might want to get something with a better GSM page count, because you don't want the inks that you're putting down on that paper to bleed through. Like I said before, Lectrum, all of theirs are fountain pen friendly. There's some, if like you use really, really heavy, it might bleed through just a little bit, like a few speckles and dots. But majority of the time I use a fine tip fountain pen. I don't like the thicker tips, so I use fine tip. So for me, Lectrum is fine. Like I said, I just prefer the form factor of a moleskin. Like, let's just look at it. They're down. You know, this is longer. This is longer right here. So I just prefer the size of the moleskin compared to the Lectrum. And all the different special editions that they have, like the leather one, that's a special edition. I've never seen Lectrum with something like that. Or they even had Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouse and just all different types of shit, stuff. Sorry, that really just, you know, you can get really caught up in all of those things, especially if you don't just want to use a basic journal all the time, which is it. But they have a customization service on there, and their font is so pretty, and their quality control is really, really great with Lectrum. So this is good. Um, so you just want to think about the paper type, fountain pen friendly. Also, the color of the paper. Do you like cream? Do you like ivory? Do you like a natural paper? Do you like that super bright white paper? Do you like Tomo River paper? Do you like bank paper? Like, there's so many different papers out there that you can really, really get into. I don't know all the papers. I don't know all the papers. Um, I just know what I like, and that's a cream paper, and I pray that it's fountain pen friendly. But if it's not Moleskine, then I would just have to make it do what it do. Okay, and I have quite a bit of journals. I can make it do what it does. Okay, page count. Okay, this is the fifth one. The fifth one is page count, guys. Just make sure you get something that you find achievable. So if you want to go into Moleskine, because I feel like they're everywhere. Any Target you go into, you have Moleskine. You can get something like this. Lextrum has something like this. It's called the Jotter book. But if you want to get something like this and it's super thin and it's like barely com, comment. Something I'm trying to say. Committal, whatever. Comment. You don't have to commit to it for a long time. Don't. You know what? Forget what I just said previously. Don't do that. Okay, but you don't have to commit to this super long time. This is 96 pages. You can be in and out of it very quickly, and then you can be on to the next. And they come in so many colors. I'm in the wrong journal, but they come in so many colors. They have a blue one. They have a cranberry red. It's beautiful, and I want it. They have pink. They have this mint green, and like a darker blue. You see that? And it's like a mint green, and then it's a darker blue. They have those type. They have different types of ones that you can just get into, and it'll be quick like this. Or even if you do Moleskine over field notes, 48 pages to like 60 something pages. Or Leuchtturm has in here 122 pages. And then some of these, I think like these ones have 192 pages in here. Some of them have 240 pages. So, all these different types of things. And I really love the paper that's inside of here. It is a creamier paper. It's not bright white, but it's not as ivory as the Moleskine paper. So if you are looking for something that is fountain pen friendly, has the cream paper, and is lined, and the line spacing on the Moleskine is the same line spacing on here, which is, let me see the line spacing. Is it on here? 6 mm. The line spacing in between these are 6 mm, 6 millimeters in between each other. Okay, so their line spacing is the same. It's just the form factor. The sizing of it is different by this much. So if you're looking for an alternative to Moleskine, Lextrum is like your best possible option. Better quality paper, same like ivoryness. All right, so those are the five I would say to picking you a perfect journal for yourself, or a perfect notebook, is to look at those five different things. The look, the size, the paper layout, the paper type, and the page count, to really figure out what is going to work best for you. Okay, I have so many, and that's because I didn't have this layout set out for me. And I have so many that I was just picking up, and I was picking up composition notebooks a lot, and just picking up just random stuff that I wasn't going to use, that I didn't use because I didn't like it. So just think about really what really works for you, and what will be easy to obtain if you run out. So if I run out of this lecture, like if I finish this up, guess what? I can't just go to Target or Walmart and pick up another one. I have to go all the way out to a Barnes and Noble, which for me is kind of far. You might have Barnes and Noble right around your house, so that's cool. But you have to go to Barnes and Noble, or you have to order it online or something like that. Moleskine, I can go pick it up at a store near me, a Walmart, a Target. They're everywhere. Not everybody might have a Barnes and Noble super close to them, which is where I know they sell those at. And they might sell them somewhere else, but for sure I know they sell them there. So you just have to think about that when it comes down to it. Um, So yeah, pick out the journal that's right for you. Please, please, please like the video, subscribe to the video. You don't have to like it if you don't like it, and you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you're able to find a journal that is right for you and start journaling and get on that journey. It doesn't have to be about anything serious. I see people who do journals, they just put stickers in that mud. So do you. I love you all. Y'all have a